I just bought two of the most coolest old wood tarantula. Now, the special thing about this tarantula is they actually have a horn, but it doesn't show up yet because I bought them when they are still a sling. The enclosure just arrived, but it's still in pieces. And for this video, I only gonna build one of them. So I started building the enclosure, and it really takes some time because it doesn't even come with a manual. Peeling the sticker off the enclosure alone wasted 30 minutes of my time. But I did finish the enclosure and it turns out to be perfect. And in this video, I will be using these two pieces of driftwood, which I will be putting them to make a cave for the tarantula. But before that, we need to have a substrate. So I put 1 cup of cocoa peat dirt and I'm pushing it to the side so I can create a space for the burrow. These tarantula really like burrowing and they also spend most of their time in their burrow. So the starter burrow need to be big and substrate need to be deep. The cave is really wobbly when I set it up. This is because the substrate is too dry, but this is also great for the tarantula because they come from a dry place in Africa. After I'm done setting up the burrow, I fill up as much as dirt in the back as possible so the tarantula can have a bigger house. And this will make the enclosure more interesting and match up the enclosure that I'm going to make in the next video. This dirt is actually good for terrestrial tarantulas because it can support their burrow and make it easy to dig. You can find this substrate on your local plant shop or you can find it online, which is very cheap. After I finished with the substrate, I added rocks to the enclosure, which turns out to be great and also serve a purpose for the tarantulas, which help them support their webbing. These rocks also can make a climbing stage for the tarantula. After that, I sprayed the enclosure so the dirt will be stiff, and it also helped my tarantula digging its burrow. These two can help balancing the humidity in the enclosure. After that, I wipe all of the excess water on the screen of the enclosure. And now it's time to add the sand into the enclosure. To avoid the mistake I did on the previous video where I put a little bit too much of the sand, I use my fist to move around the sand. The sand is really dusty and thin, and it's not compatible for tarantula since it is used for reptiles. But I put it in just because it looks good. And I was using this type of sand too when I was building the Monocenthropus bufori enclosure on my second video. You can go check it out on my channel. If you want to build this type of enclosure for your tarantulas that uses sand, make sure the sand is not too dusty because it can damage the tarantula's booklong. And if you have no choice, make sure you spray the substrate before adding the sand, or you can just spray it after you put it in the enclosure. As you can see, the sand is stuck to the enclosure wall, so make sure you wipe the enclosure dry before adding the sand. After that, I scattered a bunch of rocks, but before that I dip it on the sand so it will look like it's naturally from a desert. The rocks turns out to be great and match the enclosure style. And then I pull up a little dirt beneath the sand so the sand will be more textured. Usually great burrowers tarantulas digs their home at the corner side of the enclosure, so I put this boulder-like rock in the corner to prevent it from happening. And I added a pinch of sand to make it more natural, just like the other rocks. After that, I sprinkled a little bit of dirt all over the enclosure so it will make it more natural and more textured. Then I add this tree fiber to the enclosure. These fibers look great on the enclosure. The tarantula can also make it as a material to make its burrow. Finally, the enclosure is done, and I really like the design of the enclosure. It also had a deep substrate, big hiding place, and great ventilation. Furthermore, I really like the driftwood sticks out of the dirt because it looks natural and make the tarantula burrow bigger. Now the last thing to do is welcome the tarantula itself to the enclosure, but before that I need to take out the water dish first. And now it's time to take the tarantula itself. As you can see, it's going deep in the cup, so I forcefully take it out using my hand, and I sweep it slowly using my fingers so it didn't run out and crawl all over my room. And surprisingly, he didn't bolt out like the other videos I watch on YouTube. This species of tarantula has a very interesting scientific name. We call it as a straight horned baboon tarantula, but its scientific name is very interesting. It is called Ceratogyrus marshalli. It's kinda like a dinosaur name because it has a roost on the front. But here is me putting the tarantula into his new enclosure. As you can see, it is kinda blurred when I put it in, and it really just stands still in like 1 or 2 minutes. But its face is really cute, and I might not see it again since it is a shy species and remain in its burrow for the whole time. But it's still cool to have a tarantula that have a horn. Now I try getting it into his burrow, but it kinda just sit there for a minute. So what I do, I give it a little push so it will explore its new burrow, but it is so stubborn or just feeling kinda stressed. So eventually I just let it go on its own. After it calmed down for a while, it started to get interested by the burrow. And after 3 days, he started building his burrow and webbing all over the place. As you can see, it is using its little antenna on its back to make the web. That is called a spinneret. Spiders and tarantula have it to make its burrow or their home. After a while, it started to gain its confidence to go outside its burrow. Now the video has reached to the end. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video where I completed the dual side enclosure.